Hello everyone, and welcome to the latest Worlds of ZZT livestream. I'm Dr. Das, curator of the Museum of ZZT, and my microphone is working once again. I will be your tour guide here today for 24 Hours to Go, our weekly Sunday series in which we've been taking a look at every 24 hours of ZZT game ever made. Pretty much. We have been going through the Summer 2000 contest first, thanks to so many of its submissions being pretty much unavailable up until relatively recently. These games were, of course, made over the period of 24 hours, and our topic for this one was Metamorphosis, which nobody seemed to like. It's the vibe I'm really getting here from a lot of these games. Okay, welcome everybody. Thank you for coming on in and letting me know that things were busted. We should actually be able to get through the rest of these today, I'm pretty sure. There's like 5 left, and a few of them are short. And I think afterwards, I actually popped open one of those tier list generators and loaded it up with all the title screens. Oh, hang on, a system update is required. Where's the shut up button? Notifications. Do not disturb mode. There we go. That'll do. Yeah, we will go through at the end, and I guess I'll rate these, because these games were meant to be rated after all. It's not like we haven't been looking at the judges' feedback and such. I thought it might be something fun to do for a change. Although I don't really like doing it with, like, newer stuff, because it feels a bit mean to really put one game on top of another. But these games are old. Nobody is going to be upset if I give them a bad score in the Summer 2000 24 Hours of ZZT game competition 25 years later, and also not as an official judge, so it doesn't actually impact the results, which already happened and are out. So let's get started on that, though. Let's get through these last couple of games and see what we got here today. We had a good set last time. Let's see if we can continue our luck here. Starting off with one by Viovis, with a challenging name that thankfully is spelled out again in text. HiiKiWeHomEay? Viovis. The metamorphosis of a really cool advertisement. What does that say? There's something in the dark gray shadow. Oh, damn. It's D-A-M-N, okay. Well, those are our words. What do we got? We got a very chaotic title screen. Okay. Was this Talk Boy? Or Yak Back? One of those things? Just know we're slowing down the pitch so this small child will sound like an adult. Trick his sister. Also, this is gonna be a rough start. I am just gonna get annihilated by tigers, huh? I'm under metamorphosis. The end. Sorry, was that it? So, is there... Did all my audio just get busted? Hang on. You make noise. Okay. There's definitely noise there. Zeta also... What happened here? Or is this not... Sorry. I want to make sure that we have some actual... Okay, that was just the game. It was just a weird coincidence. Is that actually it for Viovis' submission? This cool bird creature. And that... Oh yeah, we're suppressing, like, the message and everything here. I think that's it. Almost. See, no? Okay, toolkit. Toolkit remains. Yellow. Well, thank you, Viovis. That's how that ad metamorphosized, I suppose. I guess. Boy, that was a weird one to start with then, huh? What did the judges say about this? Viovis game? It got a 1.5, a 0, and a 2, or 1.1 average. They said, the judges say excellent, and this is the most horrible thing I've ever seen. It hurt my brain. Urge to kill rising. And unfortunate. Great. We're all in agreement here, then. What about our weird lone judge, who only seems to have played half these games? No. What are these other scores? I do have good news. I did see one of the other worlds actually lists who all the judges are. So we can finally figure that out, at least. Even if we won't know who said what. Okay, well, thank you, Viovis. Moving on to whirligig. There we go. Okay, this looks like there's going to be a little more to it than nothing at all. What are we playing here? Master Computer by whirligig, yeah. I like this title screen. This is one of the better title screens, I think. Good font, good computer. Today is ZZT, tomorrow the world. Even the thought bubbles got a little effort put into it. Alright, our presentation is up here. You work for the large company Flemco, which manufactures phlegm. Oh dear. What happened? The computer got phlegmed. One day, the master computer got infested with mutated phlegm. Computer underwent a metamorphosis and metamorphed the building. There we go. We're on topic, too. That's important. The building became an endless desert with a rock in it. That is a metamorphosis, I suppose. Oh, okay. Here we go. It's your 7th day in this endless desert. All of your coworkers have died of starvation and dehydration. But not me. He's dead. He's dead. Did we only work with other guys? Boys only at the phlegm company. Cracking the rock. Sure, we can. Okay. Really going all over the place. Find yourself in a chilly land full of nasty-looking penguins. You yelp with surprise, and the penguins attack you. Oh. I was gonna say, I thought this was a creative interpretation of ruffians, but we're going with penguins that are throwing rocks or eggs or something at us. Mostly dealt with themselves, as to be expected. The button, the door opens. Okay, I think we're just going with whatever whirligig comes up with on the spot. Yeah. You need the orb of idiocy. Okay. Mommy's really sick and she needs a moonflower. Wish I had a potion. Boy, everybody in this town's got problems. The coin. I guess we're gonna barter. Oh, yeah. 1 potion, 1 coin. Sure. That seems affordable. Here you go. Hey, the world's quickest trade quest. Oh, we can't say no. We can only be nice. I wanted to see what would have happened if we were a jerk. Okay. Okay, and we get an orb. And we're just, kind of doing whatever. Great. Choose your shooting stuff version. The newbie version or the regular version? Well, I mean, we gotta see both. Alright. I mean, yellow borders, yeah. Yeah. Shoot the yellow borders, bulls. That's always yellow. This game is just a lot of ideas with no real reason for them. I don't know why we're doing any of this. Great. Alright, and now we fight the computer. I love this side view smiley, though. That's a good face. You exit the shooting area and find yourself face to screen with the master computer. Prepare to fight. We can sing and we can punch. Alright, well, at least there's something a little different here. Oh, that was just still an attack, huh? Good animation. And I like actually incorporating some music. Not usually how it goes. Catchy little tune. Oh, hang on, this is one of the ones where it's like, it's not so much turn-based. You just kind of sing and punch simultaneously in real time, just like in real life. Did I break it? I'm not seeing a passage, but it says there's a passage. Is there just an invisible passage? There's probably also supposed to be, like, some ending text or something here. Ah, okay, the end. Goodness. Cute little RPG, I suppose. How's the regular version of the shooting gallery? Is this... How much better can it honestly be? Because I don't think the engine is going to change. Yeah. Okay, now they're aliens. It's... Sorry, man. Just because it's yellow. Or not yellow. Doesn't really impact the quality all that much. It's still just shooting at things I can't shoot back with infinite ammo and time. Not the most engaging thing. At least it's responsive. Is this any different? I'm assuming this is just the same board. Sorry for singing. You know, this might be what's breaking it. Punch. You won. I don't think it said that last time. Again, nothing. Probably a bunch of toolkits, these board estimates. Okay, yeah, flashy. Let's just leave out on that. What? I got a lot of questions. Okay, we got all the important information here. Topic announced. Got idea within 5 minutes. I will just do anything. Did the title screen. Next day. Done. Did not sleep. Loaded up on some good food here. Roast chicken, sausage, macaroni and cheese, milk, cereal, a burger, Coca-Cola. That's a breakfast of champions for sure. I like the art. The art in this is pretty solid. Land, village. No, that's it. Again. Stuff. Was there supposed to be something else? I guess what happens when you die? You lost. You won. Send PDLK. Did we just not... Is there a PD? There's a PHP. There is some randomization to this, which didn't seem to come up. Oh, it's because it's one of these, where it's just like 50% chance of doing 1 damage, 25% chance, 12%, yeah. It's just, you have to keep flipping heads to do more damage. Okay. Again, not the best RPG, but functioned, well animated, creative attacks. I love this. I'll listen to that all day, I suppose. Whirligig, I don't know who you are, but I like your art style. What did the judges think of this? I'm guessing this won't be in here. Yeah, not in the lone judge. I guess the lone judge is just all the ones that were in the original bundle, because that's included with the old download that doesn't have all the games. So then, Whirligig. Got a 4, a 5, and a 5 for a 4.6 average. Fairly unoriginal, says the first judge. Gameplay is varied, always good. Story wasn't very good, says the second judge. And the third one just says, huh? I'm just looking at this, and I'm just looking just above it, where one of the judges gave my game a 7.5 for some reason. And presumably this same person said that this one was fairly unoriginal. I didn't like it. And I just think there's some weird taste here, to say the least. I mean, hey, it was playable, competent, not very coherent, but you could do a lot worse. And it looked nice. I can't argue with the visuals on this one. This looks really good. It doesn't live up to that. It sets a high precedent, and then, Alright, well, 2 down already. Oh, here we go. Will. Just cranking out this tune in a day. A game about the metamorphosis. I think he used his scroll maker tool probably for this. The metaphysical. It's a jam. I think we've seen everything there. Don't really have a name for this one yet. Solid music. Fancy menu. Copyright 2000. The Scarlet Soldier. The more the music plays, the more worried I am for how much game there's going to be here. Is this the loop? This material was created from scratch, using ZZT and KevEdit. By Will. Thank you, Will, for making ZZT and KevEdit. Greets, Myth, XF, Sang, MZ, and all those other judging people, or not. So I think those are our 4. And I think that the group scores mentioned somebody not showing up. I'm still honestly not super confident here. But theoretically, these are our judges. Which of these people liked my game, and why? Don't get it. Sponsors, Benko, for convincing me to come back to ZZT and other people. Also greets to Aqualung's brew up chalk and duty-free shopping. Let's see. Fired by the Sands and David Bowie's. Oh yeah, and certain German-speaking semiconductors. What I ate? Unfair question. Anyone but my left nut would tell you that, and I really didn't eat all those things, so accept my apologies. Everyone except for Lemmer, terminated approximately 3 years ago. I see. The time. Oh. Oh, we're changing the copyright on every screen. Piano copyright 2000. Des Muchos. Unchallenging Nudists, copyright 2000. Das Gut Buch. Someone said something about time usage being one of the focuses of the compo. Here's a little play-by-play written at the end of every hour, if at all possible. First hour, total panic, planning. Second hour, mapped out boards, started work on the Rainbow Road boards. I think one of his unreleased games in that big collection he uploaded. It had like robots and a Rainbow Road. There might be some cross-referencing there. Third hour, thank the good Lord for KevEdit. Art on boards and ongoing for text. Fourth hour, zoomed through the text, art on main boards. Started programming game itself. Fifth hour, finished with main boards, now working on the towers, tweaking art. Sixth hour, ate dinner, lost heart, and made a randomness board. Seventh and eighth hours, friends over, more towers. Learned that I will have to turn the game in early. Uh-oh. Ninth and 10th hours, goof off, finish up. Okay. Go. There's our rainbow. Jordan is sitting at a table. Oh. Okay. This is the inner self. This is the complete and utter truth of the self, masked in the obvious absurdity and incorrectness of reality. At the moment, it is drowned in Bov. It's a complete nausea of self and life, of falsehood and reality. At the moment, the inner self, being Bov, is a very dangerous place. Thou wouldst be well advised to keep from it until thou believest thou art prepared. Sorry, why are you... Oh, in case I want to reread it. How kind. Oh. Door is the lowest of the three worlds, the realms of self over which thou hast the most influence. Each of the three worlds is a lens through which thou canst view an important part of the entire self. This writing. Part of something still greater than self. Door claims the most relevant and obvious connection to both reality and the inner self, though its influence is often far overrated in too many cases. This is one of these games where I'm just... This text is washing over me, and from what I've seen of the judges' scores, that means this game is going to do great. This is going to be the coolest and deepest game ever made. Okay. Kennen is a world made of symbiotic opposites. There are things of red and there are things of blue. The blue world is the realm of thought. It is thought and it is perception. It is also the smallest lens, because the range of power over thought is small. Thoughts are rigidly protected, very restricted. Still, it must be conquered. Is that what I'm going to do? Though we may say tomorrow never comes, it always does. It is obvious fact that the sun rises anew every day, and there is nothing that can stop it. Let's think about it logically. Let's. Keeping all other conditions the same, if you took a look at the calendar at the same time each day, figuring things like the weather and other natural changes have nothing to do with the equation, then we will find that the events that happened yesterday and days previous are attached to those days and those days only. Since they were attached to today, yesterday and today. Is this another one of those games he made at like 3 in the morning? That they are equal to one another. Doing similar tests, we can conclude that tomorrow is also today. What follows logically is that tomorrow is already yesterday, or A equals B equals C. Write that down. Where A stands for yesterday, B for... yeah, I get it. If you assign each letter a separate value, attempting to differentiate between the values, then the equation doesn't work. Yeah. Time does not exist. I didn't... Just time cube era. Chain of vanity that binds many people. This is also kind of reminding me of, like, later Chrono Wars. Proof. Actually, are the judges gonna like this? Alright, well, here's the theory, I suppose. Everything's connected. Our thoughts, for the most part, are free. For this reason, Kennen is a small lens. Gemkith is super mental. It is the power that remained unlocked in the human mind. The truth of spiritual understanding. For William Shorn, this place is full of demons. It will be a difficult thing to conquer this place, but it is needed. There's Gem. Full suppressed Gem. Okay, at least I kind of get what we're doing zooming out here. No pop-up? Oh, there it is. All four of these lenses are only a part of Meta, which is the unity of all that makes us human. If that will triumph, it will only be over these parts. William Shorn himself must overcome his poisoned view of the world and fill it with his own complete light. Shorn believes the world is ugly. People can change. People can always change. Change something about themselves and become new people. Personal metamorphosis is thy goal. A personal metamorphosis of Dor, Kennen, and Gemkith. Alright. What do I gotta do? Do I just get to go anywhere I wish to go? It's meta, alright. Let's try the red-blue world. Let's go to the Pepsi world. Oh boy. Finish. You can't answer more than one of us. Is this okay? Puzzle? Puzzle? Are they finished? 4? I just love dancing. Okay. Well, at least I can relate to somebody here. Secrets are hidden in a deep crowd. Oh boy. I hope that just means, like, the solids up here. I really don't want to comb this entire board. I am visible because logic cannot tell lies without spoiling the system. Though we may be straightforward in our answers, we also have our own methods of secrecy and obscurity. Let's just take it from the top. Go through this red patch, just in case. Aha! Okay. Oh, it was an odd tile that I was just completely oblivious to. We have our own way of logic that those of logic can't believe in. You must understand the logic to solve the puzzle, or just be observant of various things. We were given language to speak to you, but we have always loved you. Is there an equivalence in blue? Odd tile outs. None of the blue is actually solid. Ah, okay, you're actually water, sure. He is crying. I finished. Who is... There are 4 red guards. I guess what numbers have we seen? We've seen a 2. I swore we were seeing other numbers. Well, okay. 2 seems like a number to go with. I guess I'll say yes on the second guy. Poor observation. Damn. Four. Yay, I have no idea why. I feel like before we were seeing other low numbers, and maybe we weren't seeing a 4. But that's not the case now. Oh, free torch. Take it. Just a circle? Looks like it. Oh, wait, was... Okay. Nope, absolutely not just a circle. That's on me. I am submissive. This is dominant blue. I took over when Will with 2 L's, mind you, started school. I have been in control of his life ever since. No, you haven't. Yes, I have. Oh. Still at a loss here. I thought the meta text was green before, or was white, not green. Oh. Very well. Okay, I'm still very unsure what I'm supposed to be doing on these worlds. Sounds like I'm supposed to group up some way and gather something, learn something, do something, and then go to the middle? Instructions unclear. Demons unhappy. More of us are hidden here than you think. Let me tell you a secret. I'm listening. Pour this away from the river to me. The duck will tell you of Overmind. We're getting hurt every time we talk to this guy. Oh. I guess I bumped into one. This must be the duck. Aha. Okay. I guess we're making progress. You know, many things you must ask the right questions first. What is the Overmind? That's the duck in the pond for sure. The Overmind is the creator of the lenses upon which you stand, the original orchestrator of the pains of reality and Bob that you understand as life. He causes only misery, and the happiness he claims as his own creation is, in reality, the freedom of the human mind. Alright, duck. Thanks. Oh. Oh wait, the other guy gave me. Oh, I should have knocked him into a corner. Walk near me and outside yourself. Don't understand what these things mean. I'm definitely not going to get a good ending in this if there's multiple endings. I could use an object highlight. I don't want to explore the board like this. World is locked, find the key. Okay. We can come back there later. Last of these outer worlds. Hello. still wonders about his future. Very philosophical in its own way, for sure. Well, he gets poorer and poorer marks in school each year. That isn't because he's not smart, though. Yeah. Hello, be nice first. Now ask politely. Or rudely. Move out of the way, you're blocking the bridge. You haven't moved far enough. Poisonous snake, look out, Cram. This key will convince people. I mean, there's no way for this guy to tell that I have a key. What? Okay. Do we just argue with them enough? Their snake. See, you have already been bitten. Brother is a bothersome snake. Kick my brother for me. Kick him? I mean, that's something I can do, I guess. This is the most playable so far of these worlds. Deep grass again. He's angry at his dad for leaving him. Oh. Will is not as innocent as he seems. Ouch, that hurt. Okay, I've kicked Snake. Hey, I kicked your brother. Okay. This one has felt like I've made progress. In some sense of the word. Ammo. Torch. Door. Hope I picked the right one. It's tense here, because I have no idea what I'm doing. Metamorphosis says all about evolving, about changing one's shape to better suit the environment. It's all about growth. Helping Shorn to understand himself, get one step closer to removing himself from Bob, to finding true happiness. Don't have the ammo to keep going this way. I think... At the beginning, I think this is a source of infinite ammo? That's technically okay. I guess I should have shot what little ammo I had first. Oh, this. Wait, my ammo. Oh boy. I may have made a mistake in how I approach this section. I'm just gonna take the ammo. It seems like I can just make 20 trips. Oh, there's not even anything here. Great. There's so much I can tell that I'm not reaching, though. Here's the normal door, yeah. I have no idea what's going on. go here and win or lose. The chair. So, welcome home. World is ugly. That's what we were saying. Oh, no, sorry, world too ugly. I died. The John. Oh, the rare ZZT shower. Uh-oh. Yeah, you having shower thoughts, you fool. So, the shower kills you. What is this, just the sink? Is the sink enough to... Alright. I guess I'm sad. I just have to avoid negative thoughts? What's in the closet? Okay. World sure is ugly. If there's a win condition, I don't think I'm going to find it. How many boards are? Problem is, this is still an era where toolkits are kind of all over the place. How many boards am I actually missing here? Oh, there is something. There's a lot, actually, that I have no idea how to begin to approach here. We never got in here. What's your deal? We gotta start getting some answers here. You. You have the key, so I'm supposed to get a key. The duck? I need to know about the key. Okay, we got just a lot of hidden objects, huh? Okay, yeah, I really do just have to scavenger hunt out all these hidden dudes to get information, I guess. Let's try it. Tell me about the key. Okay, find the key. Duck. Duck. Calm down. Where's the key? I carry the key. Will you give me the key? You had only... I did. I asked you for the key and you gave me it. Have the key. Well, there's the exit. And some fun-looking ammo. The holy ammo. Maybe to return here often to refill your bullets. Torches. And some dudes. Some gnomes. Daily dose of ammo. Find all kinds of prizes here. Okay, suddenly it's a much more dungeon crawler. Oh boy, that's a... I don't think I've ever seen like such a stressful board before even lighting a torch. Oh, not any better when you light it either. I'm just gonna die here, aren't I? Oh, that's good. At least I feel like I know what I should be doing here. I understand a gun. And key. Oh, well, that's not ideal. Oh, yeah. Should have saved. Ammo. What if I go to the... Is the exit just an instant exit, or is that going to be where I take these keys? Okay. Okay, so... That guy just annihilated me. So I really shouldn't free him ever. What am I supposed to do with this guy? Not free him, which is gonna be tough when there's tigers everywhere. Oh, okay, you're also a jerk. Come on. Fine. Enough. Oh my god, I'm amontillado. Still don't know what these keys are for. I think I'll be safe doing this. Oh, okay, the door, well, there's at least one more. It's just one more. Jimkith purple. Jimkith green. We're in the metaverse, I guess. Oh, wait, no, okay, I can't go left. What path did I not find? At this point, I do kind of want to just see where I'm going. Ah, was there a secret over here? Should have heeded the lessons of this game. I was mid-opening the cheat prompt, so I could say I'm not gonna die to this one ruffian. And I did. I knew he was gonna get me. I don't know how he got me before I hit. Question mark, but... kudos to him. Okay, so this part was actually very much doable. Despite my efforts. Oh, where was... Where were the key door? Or the doors? This way? This looks right. Yeah. Watch out for the J. Probably also gonna kill me. I'll try and be nice. You brayed the demons of misunderstanding. By pursuing misunderstanding, you won. Cut your losses, learned of Jim Kith. Now you know a little more of the happiness in the world. Of course, the demons will remain. That will take time. You have completed Jim Kith. Okay, I beat a level. Not allowed to leave from here. I think I beat a level. Door and gem. Okay, hang on. That's 2. Maybe I won't be so sad and give in to the bob. I gotta say, for 24 hours, there's a lot here. In some ways, a bit too much. Okay, so we finished that one then. Got a flag for door, so I guess... Is there something left here? We don't have a cannon flag? But I got to the exit. Forced here. Rather not be here. Or dancer like my sister. I know your sister. She has something you need. Okay. I think you're really nice. What do I need a red key for? Was there anything here? I thought this was just an exit. Some people reacted to the key. Not actually the key, but I wasn't created to say anything important. A sign? Secrets. There were... What should I be doing with this door? And 1028 isn't a power of 2. Below 16, okay, 4. Huh. I'm gonna look up the flag, because I don't know what I'm missing here. It felt to me like I did this one. Sec to get this going in the file viewer. ZT. Let's see, what did that red key do for me? Nothing else. So where's a red door? Oh. Okay, hang on. I might be good to go. I found a red door, and it's later in the game. I don't know if I'm safe to be here. To go outside. Still an ugly world. World too ugly. Okay, well, what do I need to get past door? Something else. That's music in the corner. Okay, yeah, no, we do need the 3 flags. Door, Ken, and Gem. So we're missing a flag. We need to find the flag Ken. Get that flag. Okay. This game is loaded, huh? Gotta go back to here. And there's more dialogue with these two. I'm supposed to be able to prove dominant blue wrong, which needs a different flag. Dominant blue, if not K. Okay, so I need a flag KLH. I get from the grayscale world. From just a dude that I didn't talk to enough times. Okay. Slowly, it's coming together. In its own weird little way. Hello, welcome. You missed... I don't even know how to describe this game. There's some worlds and self-loathing. Wrong planet. We're gonna prove the dominant blue guy wrong by talking to this guy a couple more times. Came out of the tall grass. Will Shorn is left-handed. Don't forget that. This is useful information. It's useful information I did not have, which hopefully is all the information I need. Back to here. The dominant missive. Alright. You have not taken over. And I can prove it. How can you prove a lie? Because Will Shorn is left-handed. You've done it. You have proven yourself. And shown power over logic. No matter what you learn about fitting in, 90% of who we are is determined by action. Okay. Many youths have yet to discover that they have their own true power, their own place in the world. That's rough. In that end, all that matters is that we continue to discover new things about ourselves so that we are never totally surrounded in others' perceptions of ourselves. Well, that one's a little more of a reasonable lesson. This metamorphosis is a change of mind. It's a change from the belief that Will is not in control to the knowledge that he is in control. We do this, each one, at some time in our lives so that we can find true happiness. That's nice. Let me out of here. Hey. I think I broke it. Are you kidding me? All that, and I bumped the K one time too many. Oh, is this? Sorry. Are these now not fake walls? Do we have our 3 flags? Yes, we've got Door and Gem and Ken. We've solved everything. And now we can finally not give in to being sad. We're still not done, but I guess we won't die here. Yeah, there we go. Watch some TV and the world will be as beautiful as you make it. Hooray! Nice little tune. There we go. This is the board that I didn't want to accidentally show off early. Now it's colorful and happy, and the duck is just loving it over there. I love my sister. We can dance together now. We had emotions, we'd love it here. Alright. Yay, self-improvement. Kick me, that's a snake that I kicked. Glad he's doing well. Thank you for helping us out. Still a long road, but we're back on track. And we have the red key for that corner, thank goodness. Not only have I solved all my psychological woes, but I also shot a bunch of ruffians in a tower and got a key. Hope you didn't forget anything. I didn't. Thank you for playing. On a final note, William Shorn is not me. Few of William Shorn's characteristics match mine. His predicament, however, I can relate to. I think anyone can. Try and find the secret board next time. Dang, we missed the secret board. Nice colors. That was a weird one. I think it was very difficult to make progress, but once progress was being made, it was a bit more engaging in its own weird way. It seems like not a vent game, but like a therapeutic one. Gotta find this hidden board, though. Probably this one. This seems like it would be a secret board. You wake up, someone is drilling a hole in your head. You try to scream, but there was no one to hear you. Yeah, I can't stand working on this game another second. Goodness. Oh yeah, we getting our skull drilled through, I suppose. All right, what did the people think of this? Were they on board or not? Yeah, Will's was not available, so it's not in this score sheet, but the other one. Oh, yep. Second place. The top three really are the, like, wordy, vaguely philosophical games that you look at now and you're just like, what? I mean, I kind of get what Will was going for. It's just an odd way of doing it, IMO. Look at this, though. A 9, 9, and an 8. 8.6 average. Very good use of the topic. I very much dug it, says judge number 1. Followed by, very original, detailed, didn't get close to finishing it. Guess I didn't get it, gives it a 9 out of 10. And fucking cool. So yeah, we can really tell what was popular in this era. We love a light hint of trippy. Alright, let's see. We've got a couple more. I think they're going to be pretty short, so I think I might do my break now. Yeah, I'm going to do my break now. When we get back, we'll see our first junk submission, and one that, thankfully, is kosher to display on stream. And then we'll check out the last couple of games. So hang on tight. We'll be right back in just a few minutes. Welcome back, everybody. Let's get right to it here. Zamros, what do you got for us? Please show us what a junk submission is. It's this. Lol. METAMORPHISEISETOESEISES. Zamros. Hi, all you judge people, especially you, XF, and that other MegaZeus guy. I will get a good rating from them because of this. Linux, 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 Linux. I think I accidentally said one too many the first time. Lol, I will win the 24 hours of ZZT. Hello, saying, I bet you will hate this game, but I don't care. And Mono and Myth, you both have M's, which means you will give me 1,000 points. M equals 1,000. Roman numerals. So these became a staple of the 24 hours of ZZT competitions. People would seize the opportunity to know that some specific judges were going to open the file, and they would see this. And this one is pretty tame. The punchline to this one is just the word Linux. And now we're on topic, because we're saying the topic. Fake wall, secret passage wall. Look, the wall metamorphs from a wall to an empty. I am Mr. On Topic Man. And oh no, the judges are in a bind. They have to rate this fairly. They have to acknowledge this great game. Hello, I need some help. I am a switch, but I used to be a man, but an evil wizard took my heart and locked it in a vault somewhere in a house, and then he said, haha, you shall now be a switch. But I must be a man, because being a switch is no fun. Being a man is cool, because people are the best things. They are better than being a switch. Switches are bad people, and good people use switches to do things. I don't like to be used. Being used by something I used to be is very tragic to me, because it hurts me inside, and when I do that, baby Jesus cries. That's what my mom used to tell me, but now I am a switch, and being a switch is always bad. So don't flip me, or I will have to do something bad once you turn me back into a person. By getting my heart from the vaults and bringing it back to me and then stuffing it into my chest, because that is the way to put a heart back into a switch. And once I am a person again, I will be all like, yay, I am a person again, and I will give you all the riches in the world, and you will be the best man person to ever help a poor old switch like me. Again, very tame. You get the heart, and then run back to the switch, and he turns back into a person, and that is good because he likes being a person. So he gives you all the riches in the world because he is so thankful that you have turned him back into his former self. But then once he turns into a person, he metamorphosizes into an evil man and rips your sponge out of your groin, eats it in front of your eyes, so you faint. And while you're fainted, he throws you off a bridge, but luckily the water wakes you up. But then he takes you back up and takes your head off, like in that movie. And while you're still alive, he melts your skin off, but you're still alive. And he takes your living skull and puts evil monster skin on it, and then puts your evil monster head on an evil monster body. And you are doomed to roam the earth, eating people's testicles and making people not happy. That is a bad thing. This game is over. That's the game. I don't think there's anything in it. Nope, nothing in it. Just those two boards. Title screen, game. That's all you need. Did the judges acknowledge this one? A 0, a 1, and a 0. I'm sorry, I really can't give this any points. No. O to be Prince Caspian. Prince Caspian is a high fantasy novel for children by C.S. Lewis. Unfamiliar. Well, now we know. Now we know what the junk submissions are like. I feel like most of them won't be able to be streamed. This one is fine. So, thank you, Zamros, for the streamable example. Back to the games made in good faith. Oh shit, hang on. This one is called After 2025? Can't wait. Can't wait to see what this one comes up with. zzblue. Can't wait. What's going to happen in this far-off year? Okay, here it is. The obligatory 24 hours of ZZT scroll of useless and yet totally necessary information. Rather than risk not fitting in with all the other entries, I shall ramble on for hours about what I ate during the 24-hour period, what music I listened to, and why the fuck you should care, you motherfucking son of a whore. Goodness. Sorry, I don't know what came over me. It's tradition. You gotta tell us about all this garbage. Here we go. Nothing on this line has any relevance whatsoever to what happens in the game, so rather than risk your sanity and so many precious brain cells, don't read on. No, tell me. I love to know what these people were eating on this single day in history. It's like, man, I wish I had that teenage metabolism still. 4 frosted cherry Pop-Tarts, 1 7-Eleven bean burrito, an entire pint of Ben & Jerry's fish food ice cream, 2 liters of wild cherry Pepsi, just drinking 2 liters of Pepsi in a day, 3 slices of cold pizza, 1 cappuccino Italian ice, that seems like an interesting combination, from Ralph's, and 2 bowls of Cheerios. Damn. That's a lot. That's like 6 meals and 4 desserts, I feel like. What did you do with your time? What did you do when you were not eating? Pondering topic, working on topic, walking to 7-Eleven, wandering the aisles of 7-Eleven, eating that 7-Eleven burrito, 30 minutes of walking home, an hour of eating dinner, 30 minutes of working on game, backing up all the boards and objects, flipping the couch upside down, hiding under the couch from predators, watching infomercials on TV, chugging that cherry Pepsi. I hope it wasn't the full 2 liters in 10 minutes. 40 minutes of Star Fox 64. Did they beat the game? How long does that game take? I feel like 40 minutes seems about right. I'm just going to look up a long play real fast. Give me a reference time. What is an average person? Oh, none of these are... Actually, I've gone to YouTube to search this and not clicked video. Oh my goodness, YouTube. You're a slow website these days, huh? Long play. 100% is like 3 hours, but obviously that's literally everything. I guess I just need a random person's playthrough. Okay, one dude plays the game in like an hour. I guess it really depends though on like how capable you are and what path you take. I feel like 40 minutes doesn't sound too wildly off, but I don't know. It has been a while. 26 minutes total changing CDs. 2 hours working on game. 9 minutes of sleeping. 6 minutes searching for guitar songbook. There's a lot of minutes in 24 hours is what I'm getting here. Translating songs to ZZT, accidentally deleting objects, cursing at the screen, playing with an owl beanie baby for 16 minutes. That's good. 40 minutes working on game. Hiding under couch. Yeah, like, I do genuinely really love this weird metadata that so many people just decided to keep including. It really became a tradition, and it's fun in a weird way. It's a time capsule now, because they're so intricate. Like, what were teenagers doing in the year 2000? It's like, well, they were going to 7-Eleven to get a burrito and 2 liters of Sherry Pepsi. Obviously. And then they were going to change the CD and play with a Beanie Baby. There was some more work, a lot more food, and blood, etc., etc. Alright, what CDs were we listening to? What were the hot tunes in the ZZT community? circa 2000. Bare Naked Ladies, They Might Be Giants, The Bee Gees, The Beatles, Cake's Fashion Nugget, Presidents of the United States of America. Yeah, this tracks. I've got MP3s of some of these. The Pop-Tart and Pepsi diet just seems so devastating. Who are we greeting? All my boys in Dark Digital and Lounge Act. Hoot hoot, sires. I'd also like to thank Al, my local friendly 7-Eleven clerk. See, it was a good experience at that 7-Eleven. Of course, I have to give mad props tonight and all my loyal followers, for the time of the owl is upon you. Regained my sanity. Look into a glass onion, baby. Mark. Shout out to all my boys in Dark Digital and Lounge Act. Thank you, zzblue. See, doesn't that just immediately put this in a fun mood? I have no idea what to expect for the actual game. But, like, you know this kid just had a good time that day. It was a good 24 hours for sure. The year's 2040. Oh, okay. So something happens in 2025. Uh-oh. I see. Okay. We're gonna change the calendar this year. That's a bit worrying. 15 years after 2025, the citizens of Earth has long since been enslaved by the vicious race known only as the Predators. For nearly 15 years, their savage biogenetic experiments have been conducted on the helpless people of Earth. Mankind has given up all hope of salvation. Alright, I mean, you got half of it. It was a simple mistake. A general protection fault in the security system of Denmont 7, one of the major biolabs of its region. The whole ordeal took under a minute to remedy. None of the prisoners could have escaped. Or could they? You play as DDT-113. Your true name is unknown. Erased in the brainwashing. Battered, dirty, slightly limping, and with a tentacle growing from your shoulder, you make your way out of bed and limp over towards the door. Okay, hang on. Winning me back. This is a cool idea for a protagonist. Ah, he's having a bad day, though. That's a lot of blood on the floor. Syringe. DDT-113.doc. Oh no, the cherry Pepsi. Some unexpected problems with the brainwashing procedure, but the patient shouldn't live long enough to suffer any side effects. He was brought in with severe burns covering a third of his upper body and glass shards in and around his left eye. These wounds must be treated ASAP to avoid the risk of a bacterial infection. His left arm was also crushed. We've reinforced his arm bones with steel compound 128 and have grafted a tentacle to his shoulder, you know, to increase blood flow to the damaged area, as one does. His mental capacity has been upgraded, and a small amount of metascorpion brain tissue has been added to allow the experiment the ability to metamorph into any species, provided he's being injected with that species' DNA. Alright, is this going to be another proto-furry game? An oddly shaped computer. What do you mean? I mean, that's not the first choice of characters I'd use, but that seems not too wild. That could be the front of a tower or something. But alright, if you say it's weird, what's in our closet? Oh! A dead guy. Wow, free blood! Carefully poke the long needle into the dead creature's arm, then taking a deep breath, you jab it into your own arm. Feel your back arc and your eyebrow raise. You exhale and let the animal instinct take over. Are we going to transform from a man to a different man? At the game, you'll have the opportunity to find and collect many different creatures' DNA. Type +I to access a list of all your current metamorphs, and select the one that you want to morph into in that creature. When you are in a morphed state, you will slowly lose energy, denoted by score on the ZZT menu. When your energy reaches 0, you will start to lose health until you return to your normal state. Your energy will regenerate over time. Okay, we've got us a novel gameplay mechanic here. Ah, okay, that was one of the aliens. That seems like it could be a useful thing to be able to transform into. Ooh, the guard typo. It's here. Go this way. I really don't feel like... I still don't... This doesn't seem like it should work. You can feel the predator's instincts in your mind. Lean back and let them take control. You feel a momentary discomfort as your skeletal structure changes. Yeah. I'm just gonna walk out of this prison cell. It's cool, guys. Don't mind me. Alarm. Well, sense. Okay, so does that mean I'll just instantly die if I be myself? Contrary to the lessons learned in Will's game. Yeah, okay. Alarm on the wall, beeps. Bars, yep. Terminate immediately. Guards lining the hall turn to face you with lasers trained at your skull. Oops, you bad. You lose. Okay. It looks like we got us a game here. Yeah, like, they immediately realized that something is up. Oh, gun. Now I have a gun. Specific model. A C90B pistol, standard issue. Can hold up to 12 shots at a time. Ammo on the ZZT menu denotes the amount of charges left in the gun. Your spare clips are counted as torches. To empty your gun and load a new clip, type +R. Okay, the reload system engine. Not a lot of games did that. And we're gonna get to see, like, failed experiments? Alright, this one seems good so far. Ninth day of Hang on, let me learn how to read again real quick. On the 9th day of almost got it. On the 9th day of observation, the subject slipped into a coma, attempted to... No, rouse is the word you want, and she became terribly unstable. She began to shake violently, she rolled into the corner, where she formed a cocoon. She's been there ever since. Apparently we injected too much caterpillar DNA. Another caterpillar game. Is a butterfly lady gonna emerge? Are we gonna become a butterfly lady? No. We just think it's gross. I like that all these cells have computers that tell us about ourselves. Ooh, artboard. Quickly dash in the stairwell. Oh, okay. We're gone. Vintage. Hang on. Could we have gone in the other place? The other cell? Don't want to miss any cool DNA. Bingo. Don't want to... this. Oh, do we just get to pick one? Spider. Webs and poison. Bear. Incredibly sensitive. Can detect even cloaked units. This biotechnology may be useful for on-ship radar. Wait, did I not have the blood sample auction? Yeah, the auction. Option. Also, I need to refill my juice. Nobody's in here. Nobody's gonna know. I'm just a dude with a tentacle. Tiger has an incredibly fierce temperament. We had to construct a special holding cage for it. Nope. Okay, so it's just one form. Let's get that blood sample. Drink some water, take some blood. The bear cringes. There we go. we can be a bear. Alright, and our shape-shifting energy at least refills pretty quick. Go back to bear so we don't set off the alarm. Or bear, let's not be a bear. Revert to your own form. Ready our gun. Begin to change back to a predator. And open the door. When you find yourself sitting in the driver's seat of a car, beads of perspiration forming on your forehead. Turn the ignition and speed off. Looking into your rearview mirror, you see a simple brown van. Terrified, you jam your foot on the accelerator and take a deep breath. You steal another glance behind you. The van is still following. You look ahead of you. Brown, green, treat. Good job. You wake up on the floor of a stairwell, dripping with sweat and gasping for air. Chapter 2. Okay, so I'm not actually in normal shape. You don't seem to be killing me. This floor was supposed to get clear an hour ago. You get to... Ah, okay, I'm an I'm sus. I look serious. You ready your gun and aim for his head. Pay for that. This battle's not over yet. Ah, there are more of them. Hey, what the fuck did you do? How did you escape? Get them. These were clips? Okay, yeah, so ammo isn't really a huge concern. Only one of these guys seems to be... Well... Shit. I love these aliens just... They take over Earth and they immediately adopt our swears. Reload, sorry. Oh, that was really nice of them to fight one at a time. Reload. That's a little clunky. Great. I take care of that door. There's a reason, I think, why people don't usually bother with a reload system. It's not fun having to press that many keys. Do I need to be a bear? After carefully studying the lock on the grate for 5 minutes, you devise a scientific plan. Damn it, open up, motherfucker. Kick. Shit. Bash. Open. Pitch. Bam, bam. We really are swearing. Is this what Cherry Pepsi does to a man? zztdog games are not afraid to swear, but this seems like a lot, honestly. And we didn't need to be a bear, so what did the bear mean? Crawling into a vent? Hang on. Kick up some dust and have to struggle to avoid sneezing. See light in the distance and you can make out a figure. You begin to pick up speed. You begin to feel dizzy, nauseous. You pass out in the vent. Well, are we just gonna die here? You wake up strapped to a wall. Partially sedated, but you still have a small amount of consciousness. All around you are odd-looking charts and x-rays of yourself. You feel a sudden, intense pain in your left wrist. Look down to find your skin has been torn off. To the bone! A sort of metallic material is poured over the bone, formed into the shape of a hand. A black glove is placed over the hand and the pain ceases. You drift back to sleep. Stop saying aroused. It's not aroused. That's not the word you want to use. What got grafted to our shoulder? Wake up, you're back in the vent. Okay, that was a flashback. Look down at your hand. Oh no, it was a mysterious thing. Jesus, man, I need some health. I'm fucking wasting away over here. Fucking Yahoo! 100 health. Dead guy. Dead card. I can't decide if the excessive swearing is, like, funny or just whatever. Not so fast. Who are you, goddammit? Show yourself. Ooh. Ooh. Ah, this is, yeah, right. Bears can see invisible people, as we learned. Okay, let's morph. It's morphin' time. Famously. Form of bear. Close your eyes and call in the mind of the bear. Feel the thick hairs cover your body, the sharp claws grow out of your fingers, and your vision sharpens and fades into red. You are the bear. Walk out into a wide open cavern. Spike droids are scattered about, drilling more tunnels. Alright, come get me, dirty motherfucker. Sorry, these spinning things are kind of an odd choice. Hey, I thought I was supposed to be able to see you. Runby. This is just, there's a lot of fucks in this game. It's kind of incredible. Oh, we're gonna, like, die of bear poisoning if we're not careful. Back to normal. I'm gonna let this tick up, and I'm gonna see real fast if being a bear actually made a difference there or not. This one's, yeah. Battle 2, drive by. Normal. Ticked. Pissed. No, that doesn't seem to have mattered. Okay, good to know. We're all juiced up. Ready to animal as necessary. After escaping from the valley, climb a few flights of stairs. I wish this text was a little slower. Level land behind the lab. As you walk along, celebrating your freedom, you have one last flashback. Uh-oh. You're back in the lab, being forced down a hallway into the holding bay. The screams. The unearthly howls of death. The sound of hell. You sigh to yourself, these inhumane experiments must not go on. You must put a stop to them. But how? What? I guess there's an owl in the tree. Look up into the... Lots of owls today. Surprise, an owl stares back. Hoot, 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 hoot. You want to hear what I just said again? Hoot, hoot. Suddenly you have an idea. Where are we going with this? Huh? Oh, okay. Good job. Nice hacking. Sure. Prison break. I'm not seeing any reason not to free these people. Seems like it would be useful. Like we're getting gems to count it. Oh, okay. Uh-oh, the boss. I'm surprised you made it this far. I feared you'd have perished long before now. Oh well, your life ends here. Whoa! My health damaged real quick. Maybe this guy needs bear form, because he ain't showing up at all. Bear, go. You are the bear. Well, sonar, bullet sonar. I just lost a bunch of health. Is he actually still here? Can I just go in this passage? Oh, okay. You are more clever than I thought, walking into a different room. How could I have overlooked this? Your bear can sense my true form. Oh, okay. Good thing I'm bear after all. So it does come into play. Oh, he's not swearing? This guy just hasn't picked up on Earth culture, huh? Oh, okay. I don't want to fight an invisible boss, honestly. But you know, I do feel like saying shit, ow, is probably how invisible people would react to being shot. I don't know why I didn't just move out of the way. Yeah, this just makes the bullet spam a pain. Oh, you got me good. Oh, truly can't lose. What is our error here? Bad command dead. Bad command wiles. Aw, it's sad for it to end like this, huh? Oh, I'm dying of being a bear. Hang on. Oh, we broke everything, huh? Can't stop being bear. Okay, well, what was supposed to happen? That's a letdown. Bear normal. Okay, it's not my true form. Unless it's bear. I'm not sure what the error is here, but sure. Alright, I lost. Motherfuck. Arg. 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 Pass open. Okay, lower right corner. I mean, I guess I don't need to actually, like, zap, because I can just shoot the walls and leave. You may have beaten me, but the last laugh is mine. In exactly 30 seconds, this building's going to be leveled to the ground with you in it. Har har har. Okay. We got us a timer. That is not 1 second per gem, my man. Okay, that's still not... Thank you for the other 10 gems. 3, 2, 1, boom. Oh, you didn't make it. Walls collapse on top of you. You lose. Gotta, you know, make your own path in life. There we go. After 2025, the credits. Everything by zzblue. I would like to take this time to formally apologize for the excessive vulgar language in this presentation. I'm tired and very sad. It really was the Pepsi. And saturated with caffeine. And I just don't give a fuck. Oops, there I go again, damn it. And so, you and your band of mutant rebels destroy the base and save the day. Who knows? Maybe the fight for Earth isn't hopeless after all. I have no idea if saving those people mattered. I guess, actually, it did let us progress, and not until then. So, it did. Hooray. If the ending didn't break, and also it wasn't just a stupid, very fast timer that made me have to shoot breakables, which I feel like I wasn't supposed to do, I think this would have honestly been one of the better ones. It's very cohesive. It uses the theme. It has kind of a fun concept, even if it doesn't do a whole lot with it. And we save the day. Happy ending. I kind of like that one, though. I'm probably going to regret not saving it for last, but I didn't know. So we get one more, and then real fast, I think I'll try and give these a rating. Just for the hell of it. The Tale of Jim. Oh wait, sorry, the judges. We gotta know. Because apparently that game wasn't top 3 material, and I currently would disagree. Not in the original set, it looks like. zzblue. 7.5, a 7, and a 9. Average 7.8. I think that's probably like 4th place. They're not sorted. Nicely done with the allotted time. Pretty cool overall, although the cinemas, while they're cool and all, get pretty stale by the ends. And wow, this is actually a game. That's what I'm saying. It really was. It was truly a game. Alright. So this is it. This is the last one of these that we're going through. We'll finally be able to move on to the next contest. Tale of Jim. He's the only one to save Earth, and he doesn't care. I am currently 50-50 on this being the ending board or not. Okay, Fred, what do we have here? Well, it's a spacecraft. Okay, it's called Start. Thank goodness. No duh. I mean, why is it here? I don't know. And why are all those guys here? I don't know. Dumbass. Well. Uh-oh. Hang on. Not a lot to this one. Jim's apartment. Jim, you must save the Earth. Why? Because if you don't, the world dies. So you have to save it. But there is one thing. It's the one thing. You have to turn into an animal to kill the aliens that came here. Okay. I guess that's just kind of the obvious thing for metamorphosis. I suppose this is the Animorphs era. Alright, well, Jim doesn't want to do it. His house seems very devoid of things. I guess there was a spaceship. I'm actually kind of wondering if I was supposed to start on this board the name Start now. And touch me, baby. Okay, this isn't finished for a couple of reasons. 1, the topic sucked. 2, I didn't know too much about it. 3, the topic sucked. Creator me. Trapped by Egg. Thanks to the people in Fofo, Dark Digital, and Lounge Act. Fish for being somewhat supportive. AC for the idea, and Igzel for being Egg. Right. Well, good finale. At least it didn't drag on. Gotta give it that much. What did the people think of this great game? Let's see. They said a 2, a 0, and a 1 for a perfectly round average of 1. I dislike unfinished entries. Why bother submitting tripe like this and wasting my time when I could be playing Diablo 2? And Wittgenstein. Man, if you could be playing Diablo 2 versus these entries, there's going to be a lot of them where I think you're going to be picking Diablo 2. And I say that as somebody who hasn't even played it. I'm no fool. Alright, that's it. We have played through a dozen of these games at least. I think we only skipped like 2, maybe? It was a fun little contest, I would say, honestly. There's a lot here. I think there were a lot of neat ideas. There was some genuinely good stuff, some stuff that was good under the time constraints, and some stuff that could have been good, and then some stuff that was less good. A land of contrast, if you can believe it. We even had our first junk entry here. But it was fun to play through all these. It was really neat seeing all this made in a single day. A very busy day in August. Date August 12th, 2000. Some fun stuff on display. Let's see if we can. See if I can try and do one of these old tier list things the kids love so much. I would like to figure out where I stand on all of these overall, honestly. I think it will be fun. Let's see if we can get this showing up. That's a tier list maker. That look. Could probably do with being scooched over to the middle, but... Alright. What do I think of all these games? I think it's a good topic, but I also see why people didn't like it back then. They used a big word, and I think if they had said, if Myth had called it evolution or transformation, I think folks would have approached it from a more positive angle. But also, I don't think metamorphosis is like that wild of a topic. And I think it's better than some of the previous ones. I know we kind of went out of order, but a lot of them are just like space and history, darkness, food. It is, this one feels like there's definitely a lot of room to interpret the topic. Or just make a game about turning into an animal. So let's see here. What stands out to me? Well, okay. I mean, this is easy. The junk game does not get high marks. Master Computer today was pretty cool. It looked good. It wasn't too... There wasn't too much to it other than that. I'm going to start with B, but honestly, it's probably going to end up being on the higher side of things. Because it was just a complete enough experience. Binary was also pretty good. Kev Vance's game, we got... I liked the idea of prison labor in space, pushing buttons on behalf of AIs to give them something to do. It went kind of off the rails at the end, but it had a strong start. So I'll put you up here for now. Also, we can really tell that a lot of title screens are just on black backgrounds. I have immense respect for anybody whose thumbnail here looks slightly different. Speaking of which, where's mine? There's mine. There's Man Evolution. That one's bad. I don't know why one of the judges apparently actually liked it. It didn't work. Like, pretty much everything that could be broken in it was broken. And even if you were going by just the ideas in it, I don't think I had any. What else did we have here? Viovis's game. That was just two odd artboards and nothing else. Nothing too exciting there. Cats the Musical. That was a game about the history of the musical Cats, and that's kind of novel. And it had some pianos you could play. Neither of those two things were particularly engaging as a player. But it did what it wanted to do. I feel like it was a successfully executed submission. Put it in C. I'm not too concerned with the. I just want a best to worst more than A, B, C categorization. But this is the quickest way to do things on the internet, as it turns out. Tale of Jim. I mean, yeah, there was nothing there. And it wasn't as amusing. And honestly, Man Evolution at least had the potential to be something decent. Where's Witch's Curse, actually? I think that's another. Yeah, that's this one. Witch's Curse? That one was one of the... that's a potential winner, frankly. I thought it was a really creative story. It had some really, really unusual, I guess, like, places to go do things in. Like, going up into, like, the kids' clubhouse and having to get a password. It felt like a cozy little town that had a lot of rotten children in it. This is very believable in that sense. It had a good twist ending. The art boards were good at the end, in the ending. RPG battle with the witch was cute. All the RPG engines we saw in here were just fine at most. But that one at least had some good visuals. The other one we saw today had like good animation. But yeah, Witch's Curse. I really did like that one. That is one I would like genuinely recommend to people. What else did we have here? Cabin in the Woods. That was another one that was just pretty much incomplete. And not... It seemed like that was just a victim of the time limit. I think... Was that one Lemurs? Yeah. That one could have been fine. There were giant bugs, apparently. You were running away from them. Then you crash your car, you flee to a cabin. That's the start of a competent game. But that's all it was. He didn't really do anything either. Honestly, though, the Cats one dragged on. The Cats one seemed like it was going to be more novel than it actually was. So, what else we got here? Some of these I'm forgetting. What's this really tiny one? Oh, Gay Denny's 2. I mean, here's the thing with Gay Denny's 2. Oh, this scene won't actually have the audio. Hang on. Here's the thing about Gay Denny's 2. Was there a game? No. Was there a hell of a good song? Yeah, actually. That's going to be my bias showing. I really liked that, honestly. I would listen to that again and again and again. Oop. I'm dropping that into the more towards the middle. I'm putting it in B right now. Because it, like these ones, it's not a game that you really get to play or do anything in. But, it sounded good. We had Pleasant Thoughts. That was the one where some mad scientist, like, releases a virus that basically kills 90% of the planet. And you play as a kid who's like a little facts and logic nerd who hates emotion and things. Very unlikable protagonist. He's like, it's good that those people died. They were weak. As a game, though, it was complete. It functioned. It told a story. Some people turned into animals because of the virus, which I feel was kind of a cop-out to really make sure that it adhered to the topic. I don't agree with this. All the games that had, like, rude children The children did not, like, stop being rude at the end. You were still a jerk at the end of Witch's Curse, and you are still a jerk at the end of Pleasant Thoughts. But it was a decent enough game, and it had a lot to it. And I think it had a moment where it was like, oh, you mean like Hitler? Chuckles. And that was amusing. I think it was still one of the better ones. Even if I hated who I was playing as the entire time. Everything about that kid sucks. But the game surrounding it wasn't bad. Butterfly was one from last week. You have to fight the butterfly because you're tired of all this chaos theory stuff. All these hurricanes because of the wings flapping and all. Pretty decent. Had some fun variety. It had a little Monty Hall problem board, which was kind of cool. The other ones, less so. I didn't want to answer chaos theory trivia. Nor did I want to do like a shooting gallery. This is another one that had an RPG engine that didn't really do anything exciting because it was just one board at the end. We love an RPG at the end. We just have to do it. I'll look one more time. What was actually... See, it's not a good sign that I forget what Master Computer was like other than the art already. That one whirligig. What else happened in this one? Yeah, like, not a lot. It was just kind of all over the place. This game is entirely memorable because of its graphics, because of boards like this. The slimy computer. Yeah, nobody wants to try to recall the definition of an imaginary number and such while they're ZZTing. Okay, so if that's what Master Computer is at, I'm going to give that Butterfly, and honestly, better than Gay Denny's, because it was still a complete experience, and I think that's important. Gay Denny's is higher than it should be. I think anybody else would probably agree. But it's such a jam. Oh, you can't see anything. Hang on. Butterfly, over in B here. Oh man, how do people do these? There's still a number. Animal Shock. That was our first Become an Animal game. It wasn't quite finished. It was very mediocre 2000s ZZT action sci-fi game. Kind of thing that I would have liked to make back then, but apparently not, because we saw what I actually... The kind of thing I imagined I would have liked to make back then. I think it was like 2 years ahead of me. Not good, but functional. And it had some funny moments, unintentionally. Just the guy who has a picture of a raccoon in his pocket? Sure, why not? Better than Master Computer. Better than Gay Denny's. That versus the Butterfly. Oh. Well. The Butterfly... No, Animal Shock was consistent. It was just... You're on a space station. Well, you're on the Earth, and then you go to a space station, and then aliens attack and start doing, like, horrific experiments, and you try to get out of there. And you do. It was just a very straightforward action game where the action wasn't very good. But looking at the other stuff I have it competing with, yeah, actually. Despite how unpopular the author was at the time in the community, I think he did a pretty reasonable job. Pretty good. What we got here? How are there so many of these? Did I actually play all of these? Oh, was Abyss? Which one of these was Abyss? There's Caterpillar. This is the problem. I should have started doing this at the end of each week and then updated it as I went along. Oh, sorry, gay Denny's time. Abyss. Which one was Abyss? Oh, this was another... Yeah, another, like, we're doing weird experiments on people. Another pretty straightforward action-y game. Dragon Lord again. Had this little chase engine that wasn't much of a thing. Oh, it had this weird thing that it was comparing to the Final Fantasy biking minigame. I had the world's smartest fire. A fire that specifically wanted to kill you. Go through all... It wasn't the worst, though. It was... Again, that's also in the realm of complete incompetent game that wasn't very exciting. But I think it does enough to put a lot of the B tier stuff to shame. Might even beat out Binary, honestly. I think that's gonna go. No, that's not what I'm on to do. We'll put it right there. Okay, these scores are slowly coming together. We had Metamorphine. This is the actual contest winner. Very nice art. A lot of trippy visuals and stuff. You're a graffiti artist who eats some magic beans and then goes off onto a strange little journey. Another one of those trippy philosophy games that apparently were all the rage, because I think like the top 3 are all kind of to some degree in that category of like, I'm gonna put a lot of words in, don't think too much, just pretend it's profound. So I ain't super care for it, but it's another solid graphics one. And we've got that with Master Computer, and it's certainly better than that. And it's better than Gay Denny's, the song. Honestly, it's probably better than Butterfly, just because he did do a little bit of stuff. This one is more complete. What's this stupid tiny one? Animal Shock, right. Better than Animal Shock. Interesting. I feel like if I say it's better than that, then all the ZZTers in the year 2000 would have my head. Is it, though? It was short. It didn't do much. It just looked good. It looked really good, is the thing. It had, like, these great interstitial chapter screens, but, like, nothing happened. It was like a one-chapter game, honestly. I'm gonna say... Oh, am I doing these all wrong? Because now that Animal Shock is down there, I'm looking at Animal Shock as being, like, the worst of the B tiers instead of the best. Is this supposed to be Platonic ideal of S to, like, less S? Do I have this backwards? Dang it. You can tell I don't spend my days making tier lists. Well, we know what I'm doing. Let's see then. Yeah. Okay. So let me flip these then real fast. So you're the best. No, you're the worst of the worst. Yeah, how's my tier list? Okay, yeah. Now, that makes sense now. I just need to have something on a second line, and now my brain is parsing this properly. Oh god, hang on. Shoot. Master Comp, Gay Denny's, Butterfly, Metamorphine, Animal Shock. That's the best of the best. Then master computer, yeah, Gay Denny's, butterfly, metamorph. Right. Why does my brain not understand all these? You know, the Kafka probably would have made sense for that. I don't know. I think it's just something in the water at the time, basically, because Twisted Fate. I gotta flip. What else do I still need to flip here? Pleasant Thoughts, Abyss Binary. I think I just broke this all off. You get the idea. Listen, my scores don't actually matter. But Twisted Fate, that one was like, you wake up, and you're this weird guy on the title screen now, and you don't really have any memories, and slowly you regain your memories, and then it just goes all over the place in the ending about how you're in a computer simulation, and whether or not it's safe to wake you up or you'll die instantly, and it has all these different endings, and it's just... It had very little to do with Metamorphosis, other than I guess it was like, well, you died, and now you're this guy, so you transformed, and so did your crew that you apparently sucked and died. Yeah, I can't believe that one scored so high. This is the best. I really broke my brain trying to flip these. Twisted Fate, though, I didn't like. I think it also didn't help that it was right after playing the Cats game where nothing happens. And then I was like, oh, look at this title screen. We're gonna, like, chop off some heads. We're gonna do stuff. And we really didn't. So the best here, Twisted Fate, better than Cabin, because, yeah. So I think that goes the very beginning here. The best of C. Yeah, that makes sense. This is how people read things, left to right, top to bottom. I don't know why my brain refuses to read this correctly. There's still so many of these, wow. You really play 8 more of them? I mean, I guess some of these were like a board long. A lot of these title screens now, I'm trying to even remember what they look like. Let's... Or what was Benko's? That was like the Earthbound one. Okay, that's this one. That's the one that just wanted to be Earthbound. It was a nice start. I think there was a lot to it. But then it just kind of ends, which is unsurprising for Earthbound in 24 hours. But it felt like a big world, and it felt like you got to explore it. And it was fun to do that. It was fun to talk to people. There was some puzzle with getting to the roof that I don't remember what the puzzle actually was, and I couldn't figure it out. But when I did see the solution, I was like, oh, that's smart. I did like that. So there was something to enjoy, at least. Pretty good. Probably better than Binary, honestly. I think it's up there. 5, 7 to go. Which one? I think I remember which one Caterpillar is. Oh, I keep remembering to change my scene when I'm flipping through this stuff. Caterpillar, yeah, this one. Okay, Caterpillar. This one was kind of novel too. Your little magazine company goes out of business, and so it starts off as one thing, very much so. And then an old man like is like, "Hey, do you want to drink some tea and talk about how you lost your job?" And you're like, "Yeah, that sounds like it would be good for me right now." And then you wake up in like another dimension. because the tea was drugged. And then you just got a dungeon crawler that, despite all these enemies looking, yeah, very identical, was actually pretty decent. That's another one where, like, by the standards of 24 hours, it was a pretty good dungeon crawl. And it wasn't just copy-paste the same enemy. There were some, like, weird pseudo-puzzles. You know, dropping body parts down and performing rituals. A little town. There were people. There were still characters. It wasn't just you roaming the darkness. I don't remember how it ended. I doubt it. I definitely remember as a small child thinking like, ah man, I could have cheated by I was making a game that was vaguely related to this topic, and I could have just used what I had of that, and I would have had a big head start. And that wouldn't have made a difference with anything I was making in this era for sure, but I don't think anybody has ever been caught cheating in one of these. For as miserable as we often were to one another, I don't think anybody ever did it. And again, this is just, I program one rat, and then I place them down. Like, a board like this, it's you can see, it's scribbly. You just turn on the draw tool, and you try to draw your shape. And you get 24 hours, so you have time to do the little faux 3D layering. Give it some depth here. Man, I don't know how on topic it was, though. What actually metamorphed here? I don't think anything really transformed. You were still just you? Not the most on topic, but that didn't stop me from liking it a lot. I think that one is one of the better ones. Which one? Again, I'm tuning out on Abyss. Just remember these authors. Okay, right. Abyss was your scientist doing the experiments. That one's not super great, honestly. That should be... Pleasant Thoughts is definitely above that. Caterpillar. I'm going to put Caterpillar in S just because A is loaded up. Caterpillar was a solid one. Shifters. Which one was Shifters? Oh yeah, that's the one that was kind of like a Monster Party, in the sense of this dude shows up and he's like, hey, we're gonna fuse together so we can stop the bad guys, otherwise your planet is doomed. And then at the end it's all a trick. That one had a cool idea. It let you actually switch between morphed and unmorphed form, and one drained your health but gave you like a ranged attack or something? Or am I just imagining that's what I wanted it to be? I forget now if that was my... I wish the game was this good. What happens here? When you're Gwarks... Yeah, we convert some stats. I think it was just that Gwarks got to attack, but his health was always draining. Whereas when you were the kid, you had your health, but you couldn't fight enemies. You had to dodge them. Stop messing around with me and finish playing the game. That's one where I really liked the idea. I would really like to have seen that developed into a different game, into something more full. But what was actually there was less interesting, which is gonna probably put it somewhere in the B tier here. I feel like I'm saying a lot of harsh words for games that I'm giving a B to, but... Oh, is it better than Butterfly? Pretty on par with the Butterfly, honestly. But, you know, Butterfly did what it wanted to. Shifters is more about the potential. I'll go with that. Okay, we're down to the last 5. I should have really made better notes of which title screen was what when they all look this difficult to tell. Oh, fish foods. The change. Okay, yeah. There's some, like... Sorry, the change. There's these scary monsters that are attacking and seemingly invincible. So you kind of, like, flee. Also, it takes place on a sky island. It doesn't really do a lot with that, but it does. It does take place there. So you, like, run back to your village, and you're like, hey, I don't know how long until the monsters get here, but we better do something fast. And so you get sent off with your buddy. Yeah, we love chapters in the year 2000 also, I guess. Metamorph did that also. I had split paths, one of which didn't work. So that's not great. And these boards were very samey. And then you just kind of get to this place where you're told to go, and they're like, oh, yeah, we'll take care of it. And they do. The end. Happy ending. That feels like a lack of time to finish it. The walk to that next town was very stretched out. Splitting the paths added no benefit to the game and introduced a major programming error. Well, not programming error, but introduced a major error in making the game not beatable if you went the wrong way. So that's one again. Potential is there. Execution is not. And so I think... You know, I was gonna say Under Twisted Fate, but I'm also remembering now that this game has... Twisted Fate had a boss where you had to shoot him 50 times. And that's awful. That's really bad. That's making me kind of want to move it lower, but I also don't want to spend all day on this. We got Will's game. Nice visuals. I feel like I get what he was doing. There's another philosophy game. I feel like the beginning and the end made sense, and the middle less so. It seemed like it's just about realizing that you can change and you are in control of your life and not the perceptions of how other people see you. You shouldn't let that dictate your life. And I'm like, okay, good message. You learn to like yourself through some just very weird planety things. I don't know. All of that was weird in a way that I didn't feel like engaging with. And it was difficult to even figure out what to do. So I'm gonna say maybe that seems about right. Better than Twisted Fate. It was equal parts words. But not as engaging as some of these other ones. Oh, G-Chuckies. Okay, that was the title here. Yeah. Dude comes into your shop. He's like, can I buy a fireball potion? And then he uses it on you because he's a jerk. And then you throw up. And we get that gross toilet board. Oh, you're like shrinking or something? Was that what it was? Stuff happens, and you have to go on a little quest. And the narrator is a character. You do an RPG battle, because of course you do. Decent. I don't think I really had any complaints about it. The narrator jokes wore out real quick. But they weren't really bad. Better than Butterfly. Honestly, All things considered, perfectly playable, perfectly adequate. Had a custom font, too. Interesting use of time. One of the better ones, really. But not super exciting. Alright, two more. Find which ones they are. No, that's one we didn't get to play. Hazel's the cats. Cadro's Twisted Fate. Says that's the witch's curse. Shifters. Caterpillar. My mind. Of all the games that were just like humans are being experimented on, be it by other humans or aliens or whatever, this one had a cool character to it. You have been experimented on so much that there is now just a tentacle growing out of your shoulder. It lives there now. Transformation aspects was somewhat like Animal Shock, except you actually got to do things with it. I love the art style. That one was one of the better ones. Shame about the bug at the end. Now that one's up there. I really liked that one. I think this is what I want to go with. Everyone loves a tier list. I think this is mine. Again, it's so hard to tell what these games are called from this. Zamros' Junk Submission, yeah. Tale of Jim has nothing to it. Find the Fenoric, nothing to it, and buggy. Man Evolution tries and fails at everything it wants to do. Viovis' game, interesting art, nothing else. Cats essay. Y'all made an essay about the musical Cats. That's notable. Cabin in the Woods, the start of what would be a good game, and then no other game. Twisted Fates. Very wordy, trying very hard to be deep, but there's not really anything you do, and it had that miserable boss. Will's game, good beginning, good ending. Nice art. Very difficult to figure out. The change was fish foods, cool story, bad use of time. Accidentally buggy. Animal Shock, perfectly playable. Yeah, this is when we get into like, yeah, perfectly playable game. I think it also had a bug at the end. Every 24 hours is not a lot of time to catch all the bugs. It's the lesson here. Not the worst by any means. Very, very average, which I guess lowest of the Bs is a good spot for then. Metamorphine was very pretty. I loved the way it presented its text. I don't think I brought that up. It was not just left to right. It was really like drawing and playing with its pacing and spacing. Shifters. Already forget. That's the one. That's the one where you fuse with the guy. That's the one where you fuse with the guy. Neat. Could have been better. Would have liked to see more. Butterfly. Probably should be lower, but whatever. Couple of random ideas. A cool Monty Hall pie. Well, again, I just want to say, apparently just saying the phrase Monty means my brain has to say Python within the next 3 words, even though it's only ever going to make sense if it's the next word. Monty Hall prob. That's what's doing it. I have to say a word that starts with P shortly after saying Monty. Neat Monty Hall problem board. Nice visuals in the RPG. Yay, Denny's. Cool song. Love it. You did exactly what you wanted to and nothing else. Master computer, good visuals, and that's about it. G-Chucky is perfectly playable little RPG. Tried to be funny. Jokes didn't land, but I get why they would have if it was 25 years ago. Binary was a fun concept, good presentation. Kind of just ends. Benko's Earthbound-like. Nice big world to explore. Fun characters. No real resolution. But pretty good. Abyss. What is Abyss? Oh, right. Abyss is the one where you're the evil scientist. There's terrorists and prisoners and all that stuff who want metamorphing technology. That one felt very complete. It did what it wanted to do, and it did a decent job of it. Pleasant Thoughts. This is where we get into the interesting stuff. The top 4. You go up here. Pleasant Thoughts. Horrible little protagonist, but a good depiction of a horrible protagonist. Story is definitely goofy, but good job, good storytelling. Already forget what this one is. It was good. Caterpillar was a fun dungeon crawler. I gotta wrap this up. Then yeah, Witch's Curse was just like really good all around. It did a great job with everything, and it had a really interesting concept. And another shitty protagonist. So that's where I stand. This is my final verdict. This is how I think the contest should have went. And unfortunately, I only have the top 3 to compare to, which would be Metamorphine got first, Twisted Fate got second, Will's Game, which I apparently refused to remember the title to, got third. I thought these were all just more showy than dewy. That's my verdict. That's what I got. Good. I don't know what people do with these. I don't want to spark like a anger and defensiveness. It's just like, I don't know. These are the ones I kind of liked and the ones I kind of didn't. That's all you're getting out of me. Blame yourselves. I think it's a really nice set, honestly. It's everything outside of the D tier has like something interesting to it, and the stuff in the D tier is extremely short, except for my game. But I think I really went for quantity over quality for sure. And that's where I stand on that. The end. Oh. I mean, that was kind of fun to do still. But yeah, I think I think I will start just doing this piecemeal if I want to continue doing these kind of things. It was kind of fun to sort them all out like this. It's just very difficult to remember what is what. I apparently gotta take some better notes here. Overlay some text on these title screens, do something so I can actually tell which is which when half of them are just which tiny white text on black background game is which. But that is going to do it for today. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for sticking with me on this journey. What do we do? 4, 7... 24 hours of ZZT games. What an appropriate amount. There's some more stuff actually in the bundle. I'm finally going to get around to uploading the full thing, so everybody will have access to these. They're, you know, teenagers in the 2000s who suddenly find themselves not needing any kind of filter. Even a handful of these that I did play had small edits here and there. But it's nothing too atrocious. Some off-color jokes. Generally like one and done, and more so than this entire game is just being horrible. But yeah, it's a good set, honestly. I think despite everybody's complaints about the topic, I think we got a wide variety of games there. So that'll do it for now. We will be back again on Friday. I'm going to be playing Secrets of Raventhorpe Manor, a new release from like about a month ago now by Gazillion. He played through one of his 2.4 hour Jan game and fell in love, so I'm excited to see that. That'll be on Friday. Not sure what else on Friday, if anything. Depends how long it takes, but I'll have something prepared. And then next Sunday we will start the next contest, and by the next contest I mean the first contest. The Summer 1998 24 Hours of ZZT competition. The topic is darkness. Is that what the topic was? 24 Hours of ZZT. Night. The topic is night. With an N, not a K. And it's got a good chunk of entries. As well as some beloved classics. I know the winner of it is kind of like one of the more famous 24 Hours of ZZT games. It's one that I streamed alone as a standalone, so it's something to look forward to for sure when we get to it. So one last time, thank you all for watching. Hope you all had fun. If you liked or didn't like the whole tier listy thing, let me know. I need to know what people do and do not want to watch. That's important. And thank you all for watching, and hope to see you all next time. Later.